My child, I've been waiting to speak with you. Even now my heart is leaning toward you, full of love, full of mercy, full of patience that has never run dry. I've seen how you've pulled away. I've watched you carry your pain in silence. I've felt the distance that grew between us, and still I stayed close. You didn't have to earn my attention. You didn't have to beg for my presence. I've been near all along. Even when you couldn't feel me, you've questioned whether I still care, whether I still hear you, whether my love for you could possibly remain after everything that's happened. But hear me, my child. I still love you. Nothing has changed that. Not the mistakes, not the silence, not the anger or the confusion or the moments you stopped believing. I've watched you cry in secret. I've seen the nights when you couldn't sleep, when your thoughts spiraled, and you didn't know how to stop them. I saw the mornings when getting up felt too heavy. I was there. I was there when no one noticed your struggle. I was there when you smiled through the ache. I was there when you wanted someone, anyone, to ask if you were truly okay. I noticed every tear you wiped away before anyone could see. I noticed how you kept showing up when your heart was breaking. I noticed the strength it took just to breathe, and I didn't turn away. My child, I know the weight you carry. I know what you're hiding from the world. I know how hard it's been to keep going when everything inside you feels tired. You haven't failed me. Even in your weakness, I see your worth. Even in your questions, I see your heart. You have not disappointed me. You have not lost your place in my arms. Let me say it again, and let your soul receive it. I still love you. You've walked through pain that others didn't see. You've endured disappointments that shook your faith. You've heard silence where you longed for answers, but I was not absent. When you felt abandoned, I was still holding you. When you couldn't pray, I interceded for you. When your heart grew cold, mine still burned for you. My love is not fragile. It does not break under pressure. It does not vanish when you stumble. My love endures. I've seen the moments when you questioned your own value, when you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize yourself, when shame whispered lies to your soul. But I speak a better word over you. You are still mine. Nothing you've gone through has made you unlovable. Nothing has disqualified you from my presence. Nothing has changed the way I see you. You've been hurting, I know. You've had to smile when your heart was shattered. You've had to forgive when it felt unfair. You've had to walk away from things that felt like home, even when it broke you. You've lost things you prayed to keep. You've watched doors close that you thought I opened. You've battled storms that didn't make sense, and you've wondered if I forgot you. But my child, I have not. I know the thoughts that haunt you. I know the memories that still ache. I know the regret you try to hide, and the guilt you carry. Even when you've done nothing wrong, you don't have to hide from me. You don't have to pretend to be okay. You don't have to keep performing strength for others. I'm not asking for a mask. I'm asking for your heart. Let me hold what you can't carry anymore. Let me comfort you in the places that still feel raw. Let me speak peace over the chaos that's been living inside you. You're not too far gone. You're not too broken. You're not too messy. You're not too late. You are not a lost cause. My child, I never left. In your darkest moments, I was there. In the silence, I was listening. In the emptiness, I was near. You were never truly alone, not for a second. You may not have felt me, but I was surrounding you. You may not have seen me, but I was shielding you. You may not have heard me, but I was speaking over you, and I'm still speaking now. I still have plans for you. I still see beauty in you. I still believe in the purpose I placed inside of you. I still see the light in you that no darkness can extinguish. I'm not disappointed in you. I'm not waiting for you to get it together. I'm not measuring your worth by your perfection. I'm looking at your heart, tender, tired, still, reaching for me even in your doubt. That reaching is enough. That whisper of hope is enough. That single step toward me is enough. I will meet you there every time. You've carried so much, my child. You've tried to be strong for everyone. You've tried to fix things that were never yours to fix. You've blamed yourself for things that were never your fault. But you can stop now. You don't have to hold it all. You don't have to be everything to everyone. You don't have to keep proving your worth. You are already loved. You are already chosen. You are already enough. Not because of what you've done, but because of who you are to me. You are mine. I formed you with intention. I crafted you with care. I breathed life into you not by accident, but with a destiny in mind. You matter to me. Not just when you feel spiritual, not just when you're strong, not just when everything is going right. You matter to me now. In your weakness, in your weariness, in your wandering, I still call you beloved. Come back to me, not to rules or religion, not to shame or performance, but to me, to love, to rest, to truth. You've been running on empty. You've been trying to hold everything together. You've been surviving, but I didn't create you just to survive. I created you to live, to walk in peace, to wake up with joy, to breathe freely knowing you are safe in my hands. Let me in again. Let me heal what's been hurting. Let me speak to what's been silent. Let me reach into the places no one else can touch. You don't have to be afraid of me. I'm not here to punish. I'm not here to shame. I'm here to restore. I'm here to bring you back to life, back to the wonder you once knew, back to the childlike trust that once flowed freely, back to the joy that hasn't been gone, just buried. I can bring it all back. I can restore what was lost. I can rebuild what was broken. I can redeem what others tried to destroy. But I need your heart, not the polished version. Not the version that's afraid to feel, not the version you think I want, just your heart. As it is, right now, I love you, I've always loved you. And no failure, no distance, no silence has ever made me love you less. Come closer, my child. I've missed you. You don't have to earn your way back to me. You never lost your place. My love. For you didn't weaken in the waiting. It didn't run out during the silence. It didn't flinch when you turned away. I have loved you at your lowest. I have loved you in your hiding. I've loved you through the questions, the anger, the tears you didn't understand. You are not disqualified. You are not too far behind. You are not too late for what I've spoken over your life. You are not behind schedule in my eyes. I do not measure you by time. I measure you by the heart that still reaches for me, even when it trembles. I see the courage in your softness. I see the faith behind your pain. Even your doubt is precious to me, because it means you're still wrestling, still seeking, still longing for something real. And I am real, my child. I am not just the God of mountaintops. I am the God of the pit, the God of the wilderness. The God who walks into the fire with you and does not leave. I'm not afraid of your wounds. Show them to me. I already know where it hurts. I already know what happened. I already know what you lost. But I want you to let me into the places you've locked. Let me into the memories that still make your chest tighten. Let me into the regrets you replay in silence. Let me into the parts of you that you think are too much, too complicated. Too damaged? I see you and I stay. You are not too much for me. You are not too broken for me. You are not too inconsistent, too emotional, too unsure. You are not a burden to me. You are my beloved, the one I sing over, the one I delight in. The keel, one I held when you couldn't hold yourself. You didn't have to be strong for me to stay. I stayed because I chose you. I stayed because I knew the end from the beginning. I saw the full story, and I still said yes to you. My child, you don't have to protect yourself from me. I will never use your pain against you. I will never throw your past in your face. I will never shame you for being human. I came close so you would know I am safe. I came close because I want you healed. I want your mind free from torment. I want your body released from anxiety. I want your soul to rest in peace again. I want you whole, not just functioning, not just surviving, not just appearing okay. I want you deeply, fully alive, free from the prison of pretending, and I can do it. I can touch what trauma hardened. I can breathe life into what depression silenced. I can bring back the joy that felt forever lost. But I won't force my way. And I wait to be invited. I wait to be welcomed, not just in your words, but in your surrender. Let go, my child. You don't have to fix it all before you come to me. You don't have to figure it out first. You don't have to be fearless. Just be honest. Let me into the fear. Let me into the anger that still simmers under the surface. Let me into the numbness, the confusion, the ache you can't name. I'm not asking you to understand. I'm asking you to trust. Even a little. Even if your trust feels fragile, like a whisper. I can work with a whisper. I can move mountains with mustard seed faith. You're not alone in this. I have angels watching over you. I have grace going ahead of you. I have mercy trailing behind you. I have surrounded you even when you couldn't see it. I protected you when you didn't know it. I blocked what would have destroyed you. I closed doors you begged me to open because I loved you too much to say yes to what would harm you. I heard every prayer, even the ones you didn't know how to finish, even the ones you stopped mid-sentence, even the ones you whispered through tears. Nothing was wasted. I caught every word. I counted every tear. I saw every effort, and I held every piece of your brokenness in my hands. You are not invisible to me. You have never been forgotten. You have never slipped through the cracks. I have written your name on my heart. I never stopped speaking over you, even when you stopped listening, even when you couldn't hear. My voice has been surrounding you in ways you didn't recognize. I speak in stillness. I speak in quiet moments, in sunsets, in songs, in the silence between breaths. I speak in ways that reach past logic and touch the soul. I am still speaking. Now can you feel it? That gentle tug in your spirit, that warmth rising in your chest. That's me. That's my nearness. That's my love knocking again. I've come for you. Not for what you do, not for what you bring, just you, the you behind the achievements, the you behind the pain, the you who longs to be seen. You are seen. You are fully known and fully loved. I see your tenderness. I see your fire. I see your weariness. I see the depth inside you that others never bothered to look for. I've never stopped seeing it. Even when others overlooked you, I looked deeper. Even when others walked away, I drew closer. I chose you. Before you ever chose me, I chose you. Before the foundation of the world, I set my love on you, and that love remains. It's not shaken by your seasons. It's not withdrawn when you fall. It's not on hold until you get better. It's constant, unchanging, eternal. Come rest in it. Come rest in me. Let your walls down. Let your defenses fall. Let your heart breathe again. You've fought long enough. You've carried burdens that were never yours. You've tried to earn love that was already given. You've run from the very arms that were open the whole time. But now you can stop running. Now you can come home. I'm not holding your failures against you. I'm not measuring the distance. I'm not demanding repayment. I'm offering grace. I'm offering comfort. I'm offering a fresh start, not just once, but every day, every hour, every breath. You're allowed to begin again, not with shame, but with hope, not with fear, but with trust, not with regret, but with redemption. Let me walk with you now. Let me guide your steps, one moment at a time. Let me show you what love without conditions feels like. Let me be your peace. Let me silence the voices that tell you you're not enough. Let me rewrite the stories you believed about yourself. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive, too intense, too complicated. You are exactly how I designed you, with purpose in every detail. You are my handiwork, my masterpiece, my delight, my joy, and I'm not done with you. There is more ahead. More healing, more joy, more restoration, more purpose, more laughter, more love. I will restore what was lost. I will redeem what was stolen. I will rebuild what was broken. I will do what you thought was impossible, because I am faithful, not just to the strong, but to the broken, not just to the loud, but to the weary whisper. Not just to the visible, but to the hidden ones like you. You have not missed your moment. You have not lost your destiny. You have not ruined your future. I am still writing your story, and it is beautiful. Even the hard chapters, even the silent seasons, even the parts you would erase, I will use it all. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Nothing is too far gone. Nothing is beyond repair. You are still loved. You are still chosen. You are still mine, and I'm still here. I am still here, still patient, still pursuing you with the same love that first formed you, the same love that carried you when you didn't even know it, the same love that stayed through your silence. Never stopped weaving redemption through your pain. Even when you couldn't see it, I was moving. I was working behind the scenes, aligning moments, rearranging paths, preparing hearts, even your own. You thought I was absent, but I was busy healing what you didn't know needed healing. I was making space where there was once clutter. I was protecting you from doors you were never meant to walk through. I was waiting until your heart could receive what I was always ready to give. Not everything lost was punishment. Some things were mercy. Some delays were not denial. They were preparation. Some rejections were not rejection at all. They were rescue. I saw what you couldn't. I heard what was said behind closed doors. I discerned what looked good on the outside but would have crushed your spirit from within. I stepped in for you because you are mine. Because I treasure you. Because my plan for your life is rooted in perfect love, not just momentary relief. I would rather you cry in my will than laugh outside of it. Even the heartbreaks had purpose. Even the confusion had direction. I was using it all to soften what was hard, to remove what was false, to reveal what was true. My child, nothing was wasted. I've been turning every wound into wisdom. I've been planting strength in the very soil of your sorrow. I've been making rivers in your deserts, streams in the wilderness of your soul. You haven't seen it all yet, but soon you will. You will look back and thank me for the closed doors, for the friendships that fell away, for the prayers I didn't answer the way you asked, because what I've planned for you is far greater than what you would have settled for. You're coming into a new season, not because you earned it, but because I am faithful, because I keep my promises, because I remember every word I've spoken over you, because I never forgot what I planted inside of you. I'm awakening the dreams that felt buried. I'm resurrecting the hope you thought had died. I'm stirring up the passion that once burned bright, even if it flickered low in the waiting. You are not who you were. Even if others try to treat you like your past, I see who you are becoming. I see the strength that suffering carved into you. I see the clarity that pain gave you. I see the depth in your compassion, the wisdom in your wounds, the purity in your intentions. You're different now. You walk with a quiet fire. You carry me in ways you never did before. You've learned to listen, to discern, to walk slowly with me. That's not weakness. That's maturity. You've grown in silence. You've matured in stillness. You've become wise in the shadows. And now the light will reveal what I've done in the dark. I'm lifting you. I'm placing you in rooms where your name has been whispered. I'm opening doors that no man can shut. I'm bringing justice where there was injustice, not to prove a point, but to fulfill a promise. You're not rising for revenge. You're rising for redemption. I'm vindicating your obedience. I'm honoring your surrender. I'm rewarding your faithfulness, even when no one else saw it. Even when it cost you everything. You gave me your yes when it hurt. You followed when it made no sense. You stayed when others left, and I took notice. Heaven took notice. Your obedience echoed beyond time. Your sacrifice planted seeds in eternity. And now, harvest is coming. You will see the fruit of your tears. You will see the reason for the wrestle. You will taste the sweetness of all that was once bitter. I am restoring the years, the ones you thought were wasted. the ones filled with regret, the ones that felt empty and confusing. I am redeeming them all, because I am the God who brings beauty from ashes. I am the God who does not abandon what he begins. I am the God who finishes every story he authors, and I am not done with yours. There is still more healing, more joy, more purpose, more surprises, more love. You thought you'd seen your best days, but I saved the most sacred chapters for now, and even this is just the beginning. My child, you must hold on. The enemy wants you to quit in the waiting, to walk away in the middle, to question everything because the road has been longer than expected. But I never said the road would be short. I said I would walk it with you, and I have, through every valley, through every storm, through every night that felt like it would never end. I was with you. I am still with you. I never left. And now, even when your legs feel weak and your hope feels small, I am carrying you into the promise. Don't let go now. You're closer than you know. You're nearer to breakthrough than you think. What you've been praying for is already in motion. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. I've been aligning hearts, shifting circumstances, softening timelines, working out every detail to match the weight of what you carry. You don't need to force it. You don't need to beg. Just stay close. Just stay open. Just stay faithful to the voice that has never misled you. I will finish what I started in you. I will fulfill what I whispered to you. You can trust me, even when it hurts, even when it's quiet, even when it looks like nothing is changing. Faith is trusting me when the evidence hasn't arrived, and you've walked in great faith. Even when you doubted, your feet kept moving. Even when you cried, you didn't turn back. Even when you felt forgotten, you kept believing. That is the faith I honor. Not perfection, but persistence. Not performance, but trust. You may not have done it perfectly, but you stayed, and now I'm covering you in my strength. I am renewing your spirit. I am giving you fresh oil, fresh fire, fresh vision. Lift your eyes again. See what I'm doing. Sense what's shifting. Feel the weight lifting. The battle is not yours. It's mine. And I never lose. I will finish this with victory. I will write the ending with triumph. I will silence every voice that mocked your faith and bring beauty from the ashes of their words. I will show you that you were never alone. And one day you will testify, not of how strong you were, but of how close I was. Not of how perfect you walked, but of how faithfully I loved. This is not the end of your story. This is the unveiling of my glory, and it is only just beginning. My child, you've walked through so much. You've survived battles others didn't even see. You've held yourself together while feeling like you were falling apart on the inside. You've kept moving forward when the weight was too much, and I saw it. I saw the way you gave when you had nothing left. I saw the way you loved people who didn't love you back. I saw the way you hoped, even when everything around you told you not to. You have not gone unnoticed. Heaven witnessed every quiet act of faith, every tear you cried in secret, every time you got back up when you wanted to stay down. I know how tired you've been. Tired of being strong, tired of trying to be enough, tired of always feeling like you're holding everything together while something inside you is unraveling. You can rest now. You don't have to carry the pressure. You don't have to wear the armor you built out of survival. You don't have to prove anything to me. Just breathe. Let your soul exhale. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart lean into the truth that you are loved right now, exactly as you are. You're not running out of time. You're not falling behind. You're right. On time in my grace, right on track with my mercy, right in rhythm with my love. What is for you cannot be stolen. What I've promised you will not pass you by. You didn't miss it. You are not forgotten. You are not too late for anything I've planned. I'm not rushing you, and I'm not disappointed in you. You're still in my hands, even in your waiting. I've been working. Even in your weakness, I've been writing a story more beautiful than what you could imagine. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from grace. I've carried you through fire, not to burn you, but to refine you. I've walked you through storms, not to break you, but to deepen you. There is purpose in your process. There is power in your story. There is a light inside of you that has not gone out. It's been protected, shielded, preserved for such a time as this. And now it's time. Time to live again. Time to believe again. Time to love again. Time to trust that I'm not just the God who walked with you through the valley. I'm the God who brings you out of it. You're coming out, my child, not with shame, but with honor. Not with bitterness, but with peace. Not with scars of defeat, but with a testimony of glory. I am making all things new. That includes you. That includes the parts of you thought were too damaged to be restored. That includes the dreams you buried because it hurt too much to hope again. I'm breathing life into the dry places. I'm speaking to the bones that you thought would never rise again. I'm touching the closed places in your heart and opening them with tenderness. You don't have to fear vulnerability with me. You don't have to hide. You don't have to pretend. I already know you completely, and I still love you perfectly. Nothing you bring me will make me pull away. Nothing you say will make me love you less. Nothing you confess will surprise me. I've seen the depths of your soul, and I still chose you. You are safe in my presence. You are safe to feel, safe to cry, safe to be honest, safe to rest, safe to let go of what was never yours to carry. You are safe in my arms. There is nothing I won't do to protect your soul, nothing I won't redeem. No distance too far for my love to reach, no night too dark for my light to enter. Even now I surround you with angels, with mercy, with peace that passes all understanding. Even now I cover you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. I seal you with my favor. I wrap you in a shield of divine protection that no weapon can penetrate. Even now I go before you. I've already stepped into tomorrow. I've already prepared the answers. I've already spoken to the hearts of those you will meet. I've already made crooked paths straight. You don't have to worry. You don't have to fear what's next. You don't have to map it all out. I am the map. I am the path. I am the way. And I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. I will never let go of you. I will never run out of patience with you. I am not like people who walk away. I am not like those who made promises and broke them. I am not like those who only loved you when it was easy. I loved you in the hard. I loved you in the mess. I loved you in the wilderness, and I still do, more than you can comprehend, deeper than you can measure, more faithful than your own heartbeat. You are my delight. You are my chosen one, my treasure, my beloved, my joy, and I bless you now. I bless your heart to feel safe again. I bless your mind to rest in peace. I bless your body to recover from what stress and sorrow have taken. I bless your soul to remember how deeply it is loved. I bless your relationships, that the right ones will be drawn to your light, that the wrong ones will fall away in peace, that your circle will reflect heaven's love and heaven's truth. I bless your hands to build what lasts, to release what was never yours, to carry my presence in all you touch. I bless your steps to walk in alignment with my will, to move forward without fear, to run with clarity and purpose toward everything I've prepared for you. I bless your nights to be filled with dreams that heal you, with rest that restores you, with stillness that reminds you that you are safe in my arms. I bless your future. It is not cursed. It is not broken. It is not ruined. It is being held together by grace. I bless your present. Even this moment, right here, right now, I am with you in it. I am breathing peace into it. I am filling it with my nearness, and I bless your soul with a deep knowing that no matter what happens, you are never alone. You are never without love. You are never without help. You are never without hope. You are Mine, forever mine, and I still love you. I have always loved you, I will always love you. Now rest, my child. You are safe, you are seen, you are held, you are home, and I am here.